Additionally, within Devarim, quince uno a dos, Deuteronomy 15:1 through 2. Every seventh year you shall practice remission of debts. This shall be the nature of the remission. Every creditor shall remit the due that he claims from his fellow. He shall not dun his fellow or kinsman, for the remission proclaimed is of the Lord. That is Devarim quince uno a dos, Deuteronomy 15:1 through 2. So, just as the servant or the servant is to be freed after a set period, debts are to be forgiven after a set period. So rather than again unduly subjugating others perpetually and burdening others with that, individuals are to be freed and to be independent and provided with the opportunity to prosper independently. And so one additional teaching from the Torah of Judaism. This is Vayikra 25, 8 a 17. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 8 through 17. You shall count off 7 weeks of years, 7 times 7 years, so that the period of 7 weeks of years gives you a total of 49 years. Then you shall sound the horn loud in the 7th month on the 10th day of the month, the day of atonement. You shall have the horn sounded throughout your land, and you shall hallow the 50th year. You shall proclaim release throughout the land for all its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee for you. Each of you shall return to his holding, and each of you shall return to his family. That 50th year shall be a jubilee for you. You shall not sow, neither shall you reap the aftergrowth or harvest the untrimmed vines, for it is a jubilee. It shall be holy to you. You may eat only the growth direct from the field. In this year of the jubilee, each of you shall return to his holding. When you sell property to your neighbor or buy any from your neighbor, you shall not wrong one another. In buying from your neighbor, you shall deduct only from the number of years, for the number of years since the Jubilee. And in selling to you, he shall charge you only for the remaining cropped years. The more such years, the higher price you pay. The fewer such years, the lower the price. For what he is selling you is a number of harvests. Do not wrong one another, but fear your God. For I, the Lord, am your God. That is Vayikra 25, 25, 8 a 17. Leviticus 25, 8 through 17. So even in the very apportioning of land, in the assignment of land, in the stewardship of land, amidst all the transfers and transactions that happen, at some point it's all returned. And there is a resetting. There is a balance, and through this balance, each individual is provided with the propensity of prospering, of continuing within the whole of the community, and so these are some teachings from Judaism regarding the second principle of Ubuntu, the second principle of the Welt Ethos, which is Ubuntu. And that being said, Ahava v'Shalom.